Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Politics is a very interesting game. Who would have imagined a fallout between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Samoei Ruto? Who would have imagined that? Who would have imagined a fallout between supporters of President Uhuru Kenyatta and those of William Samoei Ruto in the larger Mount Kenya region? Who would have imagined Kiraitu Murungi terming Jubilee party as dead? Last week, Kiraitu Murungi described Jubilee party as clueless, rudderless, planless, and disorganized. He went further and claimed that only a miracle would make Jubilee retain power. And I agree with him. There is no way Jubilee is going to retain power. Jubilee is dead. But that Kiraitu Murungi's statement is a heavily coded message to President Uhuru Kenyatta. So in this video today, I want to try and dissect the bad news which Kiraitu Murungi was delivering to President Uhuru Kenyatta. But before we do that, if you are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Now let us get back to business. Kiraitu Murungi has been one of the key supporters and key allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta. When President Uhuru Kenyatta met with Mount Kenya leaders at Sagana last year, Kiraitu Murungi was one of the few leaders who spoke. And in his speech, Kiraitu Murungi made it very clear that for them, they are waiting for the president to give them direction, that they will follow whatever President Uhuru Kenyatta was going to tell them.
Kama unajua mimi ni rafiki ya Uhuru Kenyatta, sifichi hiyo. Ni ndugu yangu. Unajua President Uhuru Kenyatta ndio kiongozi wetu. Hata ile yetu ya Mount Kenya yote hatuna mwingine. Bila Raila anaheshimiwa huko kwao, ndio tunamheshimu Uhuru Kenyatta hapo. Na kiongozi wetu akisema tufanye kitu, sisi tunafanya. Sasa nimeongea na yeye, muuliza hii siasa ndugu yangu inaenda namna gani? Akasema sasa hii siasa 2022 iko mbali kidogo. Tungoje. Tuachane na hii mambo mingi, tufanyie wananchi kazi. Wakati ukifika tutakaa chini, tufanye hesabu yetu, tuone watu wetu watafaidika namna gani. Because politics is about interests. Si wimbo sana.
But based on Kiraitu Murungi's latest statements, it is clear that he's also planning to chart his political path away from President Uhuru Kenyatta.
We are tired of being spectators in the political game. We are tired of being outsiders in the political game. Si tunaona kina Fred Mutua, Charity Ngiru, Kalonzo Musyoka wakiwa State House wakipanga mambo ya Kenya, sisi hatuko. Tunaona watu wengine. This time round, we have said we will support the president to finish his term, but the bus must come back on the road. Ile agreement tulikuwa nayo ya Jubilee inakwisha mwisho wa mwaka huu. So the bus is coming back.
But let us not go into all those details. Let us focus our attention on his latest speech. What was Kiraitu Murungi trying to tell Kenyans or President Uhuru Kenyatta? In my considered opinion, Kiraitu Murungi, the governor for Meru, was trying to tell Kenyans and the president that, number one, there is a fallout in the larger Mount Kenya region. Kiraitu Murungi comes from Meru. The Mount Kenya region is currently divided into two. There is the Mount Kenya East, and then there is the Mount Kenya West. The feeling of the Mount Kenya East is that they've always supported their West, and therefore it is time for the West to support the East. So a candidate has emerged, and that candidate is the Speaker of the National Assembly, Justice Muturi. Kiraitu Murungi is in the corner of Justin Muturi. And in Meru also we have Peter Munya in the corner of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And if you listen closely to Kiraitu Murungi, he's saying that the Meru people will not just watch. As a matter of fact, someone like Raila Odinga would wish to have the support of the Meru. Because if the Mount Kenya region is divided, then that plays into the hands of Raila Odinga. And he's actually placed against the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto.
Parking the bus, politics is not static. That was the fashion that time. Kenya Uhuru na ina kiama kita wa TNA hata yeye alivunja, si ndio? Si Ruto alikuwa na hiyo pia kavunja. So we were not foolish. We wanted to make a big boat. In fact, the language then was, why be a big fish in a small pond? Why can't you be a fish in an ocean? Lakini tuliingia kwa ocean tukapotelea huko. You can't recognize the fish in that, in that ocean. So now again, they say, once bitten, twice shy. And they say what you call experience is the total number of mistakes that one makes in their life. So sasa tutaunda ingine, and we'll be together. When that time comes, we are doing our arithmetic to make sure that the Meru plays at the center. We want to play center forward. Are we together? So all these arrangements we are making is to see how Meru community can play center forward in the coming government. Ile itakuja.
So there's a major fallout in Mount Kenya. And the East, through Kiraitu Murungi, is telling the president that for them, they're going to chart 2022 political path on their own. Chances are that even Justin Muturi might not run for the presidency. He might just be the leader of the group. Then they're going to sponsor candidates through their political party. So they'll have several MPs, several MCS, several governors, 2 governors or 3. They are going to have senators. They are going to have members of parliament. Then they can use that to negotiate after the election. So in my view, that's number 1, the fallout. Number 2, I think Kiraitu Murungi is also trying to ensure that Jubilee Party is defeated in Kiambaa. Basically, his statement and the timing, when there is a serious by-election in Kiambaa, which required the support of people like him who are close allies of the president, and then is coming out to say that they are going to lose Kiambaa, that Kenyans should wait and see how they are going to lose, because Jubilee Party cannot win any election from today moving forward. And the president is laying an elaborate campaign strategy for Kiambaa. That statement by Kiraitu Murungi, in my view, is likely to influence certain voters, especially those who are undecided, because there was an opinion poll, and in that opinion poll, the UDA candidate had 54%. I think the Jubilee candidate had 25 or 24. Then the undecided were 18%. So the statement, like the one by Kiraitu Murungi, means that the undecided can then decide that, why should I vote for a party which is dead? So I think Kiraitu Murungi is praying for Jubilee to lose in Kiambaa. Number 3, I think the other message is sending to the president is that for them, as the Mount Kenya East, they are now ready for open negotiations. They are ready to negotiate with anybody. They are ready to negotiate with Kalonzo. They are ready to negotiate with William Ruto. They are ready to negotiate with Raila Odinga. And that they will not depend on Jubilee as a political party. And that's bad for President Uhuru Kenyatta. Let me tell you one thing which I know is really disturbing the president. After exiting power, Uhuru Kenyatta needed a strong community or tribal support. Uhuru Kenyatta needed a strong Mount Kenya region fully behind him. Even if he were to leave Jubilee to go to another party, he needed a strong political party behind him after the election. Because someone can promise Uhuru Kenyatta that it's going to make him the prime minister. But without a strong backing of his community, that cannot happen. Now the fact that Kiraitu Murungi is telling the president that Jubilee is dead and that they're going to chart their own political path, how is that helping President Uhuru Kenyatta's political interest? But again, we are in politics. Number 4 is about Justin Muturi's politics. In fact, many people have always believed that Justin Muturi is a project of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Of course, if you follow the politics of Justin Muturi, the politics of President Uhuru Kenyatta, they've always been together. There's a book that if you read, there are certain things you can learn. That after the KANU and Jubilee merger, President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto drove straight to KANU headquarters. You remember the day Raila Odinga was elected the Secretary General of KANU. So Kamoto lost and several other people lost. Justin Muturi was the legal affairs of Jubilee, of KANU that time. Then, after the merger, Otieno Kajwang was made the legal affairs of KANU. So after that election, William Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, Justin Muturi, and that wing of the young turks in KANU drove to KANU offices and they made a statement. The person who read that statement was Justin Muturi. It is alleged that President Uhuru Kenyatta was the leader of that group. And in their statement, they advised anybody that the only recognized legal advisor to KANU was Justin Muturi. And that they were the bona fide officials of KANU. Now, the question is, currently, is Justin Muturi a project of William Ruto or is he a project of President Uhuru Kenyatta? Based on Kiraitu Murungi's statement, it points that Justin Muturi is actually not President Uhuru Kenyatta's project. Is he positioning himself to support or align himself with the Deputy President William Ruto? The fact that he's saying that Jubilee is dead and President Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to revive Jubilee, what is he trying to say? That those plans to revive Jubilee are not viable. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click subscribe button, so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you, and may you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.